starting.
Hey,
Starting.
we're here. We're live on Wednesday around 7:30ish.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Source Wall.
Yes, sir. Welcome. This is issue 67.
67. Yo, Isha, this is a message for you. I know you're about issue 69. You need to get back on point, otherwise you're gonna miss it. That's all I'm saying. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. Busy. Always busy. It's always busy week. Always busy.
Right?
Yes, it has been a busy life. I was gonna say busy wife. Busy life at the moment. Yeah, how are you, man?
I'm cool, man. I'm just saying I'm just tired. I had to do some parenting stuff during the week. I got work. This whole comic book life is hard as well.
I know, right? Tell
like
me about it.
You casual readers out there, you don't know because we've got to be extra on point because we got to like fill you guys in as well. So
yeah,
it's hard out here flipping.
There's loads of stuff to be reading out there as well. Loads of stuff. So the stuff that have been delaying, it's kind of hard to keep track of that.
Yeah, it's true. DC, talking to you, by the way. There's the camera. There, you, DC. Detective Comics, to be clear.
Alright, so if you guys are new here, if you're listening, you just popped in, just wanting to see what's going on with this. We are a Black British podcast, two guys and a lady, who we just talk about comics, movies, and any other pop cultures that might tickle our interests. You can catch us live, like right now on YouTube.
We are live.
7:30-ish.
Every Wednesday on the ish.
Yeah, very. You know how we call it BMT, really.
Yeah, we do. That's how we live.
But if you miss us live, you can always catch us on the podcasts, on whichever podcast software you have, whether it's Google Play, iTunes, or Spotify, SoundCloud as well. So just catch us there or anywhere.
Yeah, that's basically it. Catch us there, like us, on all those platforms. Go on all of them, subscribe to us, and just go through all our older ones and just hit like. But watch them as well. Yeah, that would help us out as well.
Watch and listen to them. Yeah,
definitely. Do it. It's cool. Go for it.
So this week, I did something a bit naughty, which is probably why I'm a little tired as well. Yes. On Monday night, about 12 o'clock actually. Monday.
Sugar honey iced tea. You did do that, didn't you?
Yes. I went to see Spider-Man: Far From Home.
I need a Spider-Man figure. Hang on, this is perfect. His expression is perfect.
Mate, you ain't seen the boy. All I'm saying is, it was a good film. I'm definitely going to see it again. My missus is giving me the side eye right now because I watched it without her. Yes, it's a great film, man. I've got to say, it is a good film. It's hard to say if it's better than what was the first one? Homecoming.
Homecoming. I was thinking, do you think every one of these movies is going to have the word home in it?
Possibly.
It's a lame theme.
But I ain't giving no spoilers, but it is a good film. It's not slow at the beginning, but it kind of goes through in a quite hilarious way as well. It kind of goes through what happened during the snap decimation. Yeah, so you get to kind of see what's happened to people kind of personally or in their environment.
Okay. I was hoping it would do that, to be honest.
Defo. And there's a ongoing gag that kind of happens throughout the movie as well, which is pretty interesting. Man, it's just such a good Spider-Man film. Mysterio is sick. I've got to say, he is actually probably, he is probably one of the best Marvel villains or heroes.
It's a bold statement.
Bold. mate. There's a scene in it, and you're like, this is why we're here, and this is pretty much why Mysterio is pretty sick. And yeah, you get the whole.
Did he make Wolverine kill the X-Men?
Oh, mate, no, not quite. But yeah, there's a couple of sick scenes in there. The end credits, you got to stay for both as well. There's two.
Please, I don't leave until it's done. Like, come on now, like, know who you're talking to.
There's definitely going to be a Spider-Man 3. I can say that for sure.
Is it? Sony's not going to take him away from us?
Nah, not yet. Man, the end credits, man. I don't know. They're only like a minute or two, but it's kind of hard to say. But it kind of there's more in those two end credit scenes moving forward in the Marvel universe or cinematic universe than pretty much what you see in the whole film. But yeah, I think even those and those two end credit scenes is probably the best end credit scenes I've seen. Like,
I heard that end credit scenes is supposed to. I've actually come off social media again because of that. I don't know when I'm going to see the movie because it's kind of come at a bad time for me. So I don't know when I'm going to see it. It might be.
I'll take one of those £5 movie theater things, man. If you got like spare 2.5 hours, man, just quickly get down there and try and watch it to avoid the spoilers as well. Because
well, again, I'm on social media, so I doubt.
No, yeah, but you know, sometimes you might get something like, or someone might say something accidentally, or you might hear it in passing. But yeah, man, those it is good. It is good.
I feel like people don't know. Like, Endgame was huge. Do you know what I mean? So like, people, like, everyone was talking about Endgame. I don't feel like everyone's talking about Spider-Man. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't feel like there was that hype. I don't feel like everybody who was going to see Endgame, everybody that could have possibly spoiled Endgame, has gone to see Spider-Man. I feel like it's not gonna do as well. Do you get what I mean?
It will do well, definitely.
It will do well. Don't get me wrong. It will do well. Like I said, it's Spider-Man, but I'm not worried about. I mean, unless I'm following stuff on like YouTube and Instagram, I'm not worried about spoilers. I don't feel like I'm gonna be in passing and have someone. Unless maybe I'm at the cinema at the time. You know what I mean?
You will. It's only because it's only been out for like a day or two.
Okay.
But you're going to start seeing things, and you're going to put 2 and 2 together. But I must say, it is.
All right.
It's so good. When you watch it, you're like, oh my day. Yeah, and even yeah. Sorry, I can't talk anymore, man. I can't talk anymore because it can go either really good or really bad.
Okay.
And yeah. So I think it might go pretty sick.
All right. Trust me, I'll see it. I'll get there.
But speaking of pretty sick,
that's not good.
What wasn't so sick, and as we were talking about, you just mentioned Endgame. If you guys don't know, Endgame, the people at Marvel, Disney, whatever, they decided to re-release Avengers Endgame with extra footage.
So wait, has it already been re-released?
I think it has. I think it was. Okay. I think when they did the whole Spider-Man press junket, I think that's when they said it would be out the next week. And actually, when I was getting the tickets for Spider-Man, I did see that Avengers was back up on that particular cinema.
Okay.
So yeah, it is out now. There's already been leaks of what was in the end credit scene. I mean, it's spoiler alert, I guess, but to be honest, I think this was a bad move for Marvel. Really bad move. Yeah. So I think what they're trying to do is they're blatantly trying to do is, at the moment, Avatar is the #1 grossing film
movie of all time. Yeah,
of all time.
I hate that movie. Sorry, wrong word. I despise that movie.
Yeah,
absolutely despise it.
I thought it was a good premise, but there's some things in it that was just stupid. and really blatantly dumb. Unobtainium, like what the hell is that? Like, that in itself. But anyway, the movie has
they probably went through a lot of names for what that stuff was. Adamantium was taken, vibranium was taken. What we got? Unobtainium, we can't obtain it. Yeah, all the good names were taken.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's anyway. So Avatar is number one spot with 2,787 just over 2 billion 2.787 billion, right? And Marvel at the moment has got 2.765. So this re-release, I think they're trying to get more people in so they can be number one. The only problem is what you get in the extra scenes or extra footage is which was probably really good, a nice camo tribute showcase of Stan Lee. It's like a behind the scene footage of Stan Lee filming his iconic MCU camos. You get a post credit scene, a new post credit scene with Nick Fury and Maria Hill. Them arriving in Mexico Village. Basically, spoiler alert. It's a very
go for it. I don't care. So go for it.
Very, very mild spoiler. It's literally the first scene of Spider-Man, basically. And and then the greatest thing of all time to get in one of the most, the most profitable superhero film, you get a half finished. I don't even know if it's half, but you get Shrek, Hulk. Basically, Hulk's not completed. He saves a bunch of people from a burning building. He puts them in a dish, like a satellite dish, and jumps from the roof and comes down and saves them. And it's just if you see the footage, the footage doesn't look good anyway. Because it
doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good because it's it's from a pirated copy, but you can actually see that the effects of Hulk isn't great at all, and it's not finished at all. So it seems like they just put that in. I don't know why they would put that in. It would be better for them to actually put bloopers or some other scenes in there. But it's
so the additional footage isn't anything really to do with Endgame. Like little bits thrown in there that would have been taken out of the movie. They were like, oh, let's put that in. And it's basically the Hulk saving people, and it's even
he gets a phone call. He gets a phone call. Yeah, he gets a phone call on his big iPad. It seems like an iPad, and he's saying something like Steve who. So I think it's supposed to be a scene before the restaurant scene when they meet Hulk in Endgame to talk about the time travel stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Because apparently I heard that his arm, spoilers if you don't know this, that his arm is permanently damaged from what happened with the snap, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
But so his arms were good.
Yeah, so it's actually before that scene. It's before you see him for the first time in Endgame.
That sounds boof, man. That sounds lame.
I guess there's one minor good thing in there. You get to see Reginald Vell Johnson. Do you know who that is? Know who that is?
No.
He was the cop, the black guy, the black police guy from Die Hard, who was talking to John McClane.
Who couldn't shoot people because he shot that kid.
Yeah. He was the cop in that scene, in the Hulk scene. So Die Hard and Endgame might be in the same universe.
Oh, he was playing the same role.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you heard his name, but he was.
Oh my days! In New York.
York.
Wait, hang on. Where was Die Hard set? Was that set in Cali? John McClane was from.
Yeah, I think it was Cali. Yeah, I think it was Cali because he's from New York, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was from New York.
He traveled to
Cali.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like nonsense to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But hey, comic books.
Wow. I mean, I don't know why they did that, man. It
was like a rushed fail. I thought when I heard about this, I was actually irritated at Marvel because I thought, okay, whatever wasn't in Endgame, they're gonna put it in this time. And now I'm just hearing that it's like one lackluster scene with the Hulk, and then a bit with Maria Hill and Nick Fury, and I'm like, I could do without that. I don't really care.
Exactly.
And it seems like a really poor attempt to get people to go just to get the mark. You missed the mark. Like people went and saw Endgame. You got your results.
Exactly.
It shouldn't even count as well. Like
no,
you know what I mean? It shouldn't even count. To me, that doesn't count. You released the movie already. It's done. It's come out of the cinema now. You can't put a movie back in the cinema to try and beat another movie. That's whack. That doesn't work. Marvel, I love you guys, man. Like, hey, I got Marvel Legends all over the place, except for that's Batman. But, but yo, you can't do that. Like, you missed your mark. Avatar, a crappy movie as it may be, it's winning, man. You know what you need? Titanic 2, that would do it.
No way, man. No way.
Titanic 2, the resinking. What's next, man?
Oh, man. Did you ever play a game called The Witcher?
I got it over there in Sync Rap. I haven't played it. I'm aware of it. I got friends who siblings who will be like, "Why hasn't he played that game yet?" But yeah, I know The Witcher. Yeah. You played it, innit? I'll see you later on that.
I haven't played it. No, not The Witcher.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, so The Witcher, if you don't know, is a game, and they're doing an adapted film with Henry Cavill. Superman, indeed. And they've released some pictures, poster of him in character, and they've also released some images of 3 other main characters with descriptions of who they are as well. And yeah, it does actually look pretty sick.
Does he look more like this guy than he does a Superman now? Can you just be like, yeah, that's not Superman?
Yeah, he actually suits the look, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
He does suit the look. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the poster, but it does. It looks like it could be pretty dope. To be fair, I did think that you played it before.
No, I mean, I know. No, I've not played it. You gotta talk to my brothers or brother. I can't remember if they both played it. You guys hit me up. Is either one of you two in the comments right now? No? All right, well, I don't know then. I'm just Googling the picture. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look. I know what the character looks like, so I just want to see that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It looks pretty good.
Oh, damn, that's a complete transfer. There's a trailer. There's a 35-second trailer.
Is there?
Yeah.
That must be.
He's looking dope. Hey, that's not Superman. Oh, he's looking Game of Thrones-ish, man. Like he could have been fighting for the North.
Brother Monk 24 in the comments in the chat.
What up, B Monk?
He's saying we're missing out, man. We're missing out. I've heard of this game and people say it is really good. So, it's test footage. He's saying it's not a trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, B Monk. Look, I've got the game, but I've got a stack of. You
gotta unwrap it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of games that are in the sync wrap that I need to play. I've got other games that I need to finish that out the sync wrap. There's too many games. Also got a lot of comic books. Everyone's telling me about this anime to watch and that show to watch. Plus I got to work, watch my ass, feed my son. It's a lot.
There's the same developers as Cyberpunk as well.
What's that?
Cyberpunk is that new game with Keanu Reeves.
That looks dope.
Yeah.
John Wick in it. I was already feeling the trailer, and then John Wick showed up. I was like, yeah, this is me.
Yeah.
I'm getting this game. I have to. It just looks dope. I want to go around just first person shooting up John Wick. Come on now.
So the description of the characters, Henry Cavill's character. I know I'm going to mess this up because I always butcher people's names.
Yeah, you do.
Is Geralt. He's stoic, circumspect, balanced and fierce, soft and squishy in a tiny place in his heart that he will never reveal until maybe the end. And even then, it would just be a hint. And yes, he only carries one sword until, wait for it, back to where we started. I'm not sure what that means.
People who played the game would know.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, man.
We don't play games often because we don't play games anymore, man.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but it's hard. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not like when I had this Super Nintendo and I could just spend a whole Saturday on a game and still have time to go outside. Times are different.
Yeah, for real. The next one is Yennefer. She's fiery, proud, assured, and contradictory. Seeking to fill a family-sized hole in her heart, even though she resents it and swears she's just fine on her own. But she is not, and we love her for being both independent and vulnerable.
Yeah.
And,
all right.
Ciri is resilient.
Ciri.
Yeah, Ciri.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Relentless, brazen, and growing. Going to change the world, and what the hell is she supposed to do except be scared and bold and learn and adapt and find the family who can walk by her side no matter what, and maybe just maybe teach her the meaning of love. So yeah, The Witcher is going to be on Netflix actually, based on Andre Z and Andre. How do you say
I
that?
saw that name. I can't say that. Okay, Andrzej Sapkowski. No, Sapkowski. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish you could help us too, brother Monk.
Yeah.
We're failing on this one.
Yeah, sorry, man.
It's based on his novels and will reportedly remain more or less faithful to the description provided by him. The author himself is supportive of the show and it has been listed as a creative consultant. So I'm guessing if you like the game, you're gonna like this. Possibly.
I was gonna say, is this a movie or a series?
It's
a series.
It's a movie.
I thought it was gonna be a series, like I don't know.
No, sorry. Yeah, you're right. It is a series.
Yeah, that would have made more sense to do a movie of The Witcher. I mean, they could do a movie of The Witcher, but I feel like they would get more out of it if they did a series. And
yeah.
So they're going in the right direction with the series. I'll watch the series probably before I play the game.
Yeah, I still got that other game to play, God of War.
See, guys, at least I played God of War, especially with like the MCU is the way it is these days, and it's set in Norse mythology. They're like you're thinking Thor and Odin. You actually get the Infinity Gauntlet in this game.
Oh, really? Oh,
as well. Yeah, man. I've been got the and the stones. I did it all. I did all that.
Okay.
I had to. When I found out, I was like, "Yep, I'm getting that."
Speaking of Infinity Gauntlet, Josh Brolin, is he still playing Cable? We don't know, but he has asked. Basically, he was at Ace Comic Con Seattle, and he was asked about the possibility of reprising his role as Cable. He joked, Disney brought Fox. I don't know what's going to happen. I've been calling them like, what's the deal with Cable, man? Seriously, 100% serious. They're fighting it out. It's a big world now. It just got much, much bigger. So who knows?
I think
I was just about to say,
I think it would be sick if he played Cable, and they actually did this in. I think it was How It Should Have Ended. I don't know which one. Yeah, but basically he plays Cable, Josh Brolin, and then like for whatever reason Thanos comes back, and Deadpool being Deadpool is like, oh, I'll see you later, fat. Like basically makes the reference to the fact that he's playing both roles. Like I think it would be sick if like if Deadpool calls Cable Thanos. I think that would be sick.
He kind
You know
of
what I
did
mean?
do. He kind of did do a little thing in Deadpool 2. He did make a little comment about Thanos
Did he? I
in
don't
it.
remember that.
Yeah, yeah. I can't
What did
remember
he?
what he said exactly, but he said something Thanos.
But in the
Something
yeah, he
along
did,
those
didn't
lines.
he? But
Yeah,
if it was in the MCU, people would like proper
yeah,
clock onto it more. I feel like.
yeah,
So no, I'd love to see that. I
yeah.
would love that.
I kind of do. I don't
That'd be
know.
dope.
I didn't really like that Cable too much, to be
I
honest.
feel like the reason you didn't like it is because it was strayed so far away from his origin as
Yeah,
well. That's why you didn't like it.
it wasn't really
But
the
like,
Cable I was expecting.
but they could expand on him a bit. Now, if he's in the MCU, now they can now expand on him a bit. We've only seen like they had to tell so much just to fit the narrative. Now the narrative has gotten a bit bigger. They can just kind of be like, well, also, did you know this about Cable? Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's a lost cause. It's not like it was. If it was a Cable movie and they effed it up, then fine, scratch it. But it wasn't his movie. It was Deadpool's movie. So I feel like he's redeemable.
Yeah,
He is redeemable.
yes.
So yeah, bring it
Yeah.
on. Then when he gets a bit too old, they can just do what they've done in the comics and make him young Cable and get a different actor. This works, man. This works.
They might just do that anyway.
They might do that anyway. Yeah, just do young Cable and have him age. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Netflix is kind of doing pretty well actually, because apparently there could be a live action Final Fantasy show coming from Sony as well.
Now, when they say Sony, I have no hopes for that. When they say live action, do they mean standalone on its own Final Fantasy series, or are they going to adapt a game that we've played?
Yes, they said it's going to adapt Final Fantasy 14.
I have no idea which one that is, so I'm already lost. I don't care.
Yeah, I haven't played Final Fantasy since 12, I think it was.
Right, Sony, this is where you've messed up. The Final Fantasies that you would do games on are, I think, 3, 6, 7. You can stretch 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, you don't go past 10. I never played 11 or 12 or 13.
It's not all about you, though, man.
15. No, it's not about me, but fans love those ones that I mentioned.
You know what?
I didn't even play 6, but I know 6 to be one of the sickest ones. Like people love 6. Do you know what I mean? So what are you going with? Which one did you say they're doing?
14.
Who cares about who's in 14?
14,
let me Google this.
Pretty big game. It was an online game as well, so it was pretty big.
FF14.
Yeah, it was an online. It's basically Final Fantasy Online. So I'm guessing that's probably why they're basing it on that, because obviously there's a lot more players on there.
I'm sure it was a pretty good game, but nobody was talking about it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you'll definitely get chocobos, airships, and Sid. So
that would be cool. Hey, if Sid's in it. We love Sid. There's other characters that Final Fantasy kind of throw in every game. Biggs and Wedge.
Oh yeah.
Remember Biggs and Wedge? They've been in every game as well.
Yeah.
And Tortos and hey, go for it, man. Sony, do your thing, man. Maybe this will blow up and you can just give Spider-Man back to Marvel full time.
For a minute. So Chris Parnell from Sony Pictures Television says Final Fantasy and Urzia, sorry, I'm butchering the name again, are the perfect gateway into Final Fantasy for long-time fans and newcomers alike. This show is about embracing and embodying all of the elements that have made the mythos such an endless captivating phenomenon. And it's an immense honor to be bringing all of Ozra's oh man, I'm gonna get mullered. Iconic characters, settings, and concepts, including fan favorites like Sid and of course the Chocobos, to life for the television audience. The series will delve into the struggle between magic and technology in a quest to bring peace to a land in conflict.
Sounds like the Avatar.
Oh mate. The only thing I'm worried about,
horror season though, that is.
oh yeah,
Legend of Horror.
the only thing I'm worried about is the world of Final Fantasy and how they're going to bring all of that to the TV. Basically, are they going to spend a lot of money on it to make it look great?
The way to do that is with Game of Thrones budget.
Well, yeah,
you need a Game of Thrones budget to pull that off because you got people casting spells. There's a lot more dragons in Final Fantasy than there are in Game of Thrones. So we got dragons, we've got other kind of monsters. Like, what was it in Final Fantasy 7? That giant ass snake. Remember the Midgazolum in Final Fantasy 7? Remember when there's that big marsh pit and you run across it, that giant snake will get you.
Yeah, I can't remember that bit, man. Dude. I'm actually started to play it again. Bruv, I haven't played that in like 20 years.
Really? I've been on that game. Like, I always go back to it. It was like, that's one of my like replay games. Like, I always go back to Final Fantasy 7. Well, anyway, you know what I'm talking about when you get there, and then you'll be like, yeah, that's what Kevin's trying to say. That one. Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
just to let you know, it's Sony, Square Enix, and Hivemind. People from Hivemind are creating this, and Hivemind has also been producing Amazon's The Expanse and the Netflix The Witcher, which we just spoke about. So The Expanse is actually really good. I'll definitely recommend that if you got Amazon Prime. Yeah, definitely try and watch that if you can. All right, cool. All right, so we'll keep in touch about this.
Just for the record, the world of Final Fantasy is 6, so I probably would watch it just to see what it's like.
Well, yeah, I mean, but is it going to be like another Advent Children? There's a couple of good scenes in there. Whoa!
What was wrong with Advent Children? I think I know the dialogue from back to front of Advent Children. The Advent Children was sick.
It was good. It was good. This guy, I was expecting, like, I don't know, I was expecting more and more.
Don't even talk to me about that film, because if I talk about it, I'm gonna end up watching it. If I watch that film, I'll be watching it all week. That's what Advent Children is to me. I'll watch it.
Maybe I was thinking about the movie, the actual movie.
Man,
that they did.
So good. Do you know the movie? Remember when they did Final Fantasy? What's it called? The Spirited Within.
Yeah,
that movie.
That's what I was thinking about.
That movie, I never wanted to see it when it came out in the cinema, because I remember seeing the trailer and thinking, this isn't Final Fantasy. But when I watched it, I think I waited a few years after I'd played a few Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
And then I watched this movie. And it's not that bad. Like, it actually has the elements of a Final Fantasy world. If you need to watch it. Seriously, go back and watch it. You'll see.
That's what I was actually thinking about when I said that. It wasn't as good as I thought it could have been. Not at all.
You went in with like Final Fantasy 7 and 8 in your head, and you didn't get that. So that's the reason I didn't watch it. That's the reason I didn't watch it. And then when I watched it as I got older and I played a few more Final Fantasies, the elements of a Final Fantasy game, like or a Final Fantasy world, are in that movie. So go back and watch it. You've played a few more games now. Trust me, it's in there. It's not a great movie, but you understand it a bit more, if that makes sense. But you can't go in there expecting a Final Fantasy 7 or 8. You're not going to get it, or even a 9 or 10. You just kind of have to be like, you have to look for the little subtleties.
Yeah. The open-minded.
yeah. Going open-minded, you got to look for the subtleties. Of like, oh yeah, they talk about Gaia and you have to watch it. You have to see what I'm talking about. But it's there, man. It's there. They do it. You know what they were doing? It's just that I think it failed because of us, the fans, were looking for something that wasn't in that movie. So,
something familiar, closer.
Yeah. A little bit more obvious. A guy with a big sword, spiky hair. Do you know what I mean?
How about a guy with a big gun?
I do like guys with big guns. Hellboy or Vash the Stampede. And what you got?
RoboCop?
Even better.
Well, Neil Blomkamp is doing a RoboCop Returns movie, and he will be doing it with the original iconic suit from back in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not gonna 21st century up or anything, or 2019 it up. They're gonna use the original suit.
They already did that, and that film wasn't good either.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Samuel Jackson and Michael Keaton were good.
Were they in it?
They were in it. I swear, was this you I had this conversation with the other day?
Probably not, because I don't remember that.
Michael Keaton and Sam. No, I swear it was on the show. People would be like, "You idiots!" He was on the show. Anyway, Michael Keaton was good in that show. Samuel Jackson was good in that show. In that movie, they were like the best things about it. But the movie in itself was a bit whack.
You sure about that?
Is Danielle telling you that?
No, I'm actually Google. Samuel Jackson. I'm sure he was.
He was the news reporter. Remember the news reporter
as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Michael K. Williams. Oh yeah.
Michael Keaton was like, I think he ran the project or something like that.
Oh yes.
They were good in it. It was on this show because I remember saying to you, listening off, we ended up into a conversation about Michael Keaton movies that were good, and I mentioned Multiplicity, and you and Isha laughed. Then when I was at work the other day, I thought of another Michael Keaton movie that I didn't say, and I thought, oh man, I wish I remembered that movie and said it on the show. I have now forgotten what movie that was again, but what movie was that? Doesn't matter. But yeah, no. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So yeah, he's doing a remake. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about this. It could be good. I mean, I just watched the original RoboCop the other day, and that film is still sick. So
yeah.
I'm not in no rush to watch a brand new RoboCop with that, you know. We've got the original. It was sick. It still holds up, and I don't know if a new Blomkamp film would. Do
you want to know what the problem is?
What's that?
The world is soft. It is soft, like Eddie Murphy, soft. Yeah, it is like like me and my brother. I don't know if I've said this on the show before, but we could not wait to turn 18 because you and my brother were like showing us like, and my mum even was showing us like Child's Play, RoboCop, like Freddy, Jason, all these sick 18 movies. Me and my brother couldn't wait to turn 18 so that we go see these movies. We turned 18 and the things went whack. Like everything was a 15. It was soft. If you did see an 18, it wasn't good. Or they were going straight to DVD, and this is why the whole thing with Deadpool bothers me. With like, oh, R-rated movies sell. Yeah, they sell because they were selling before. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. We were selling these things back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and you just got soft. Get to my point.
Alien, exactly.
Alien's another good one.
Yeah.
Alien. Oh, come on, Predator.
Aliens?
Predator,
yeah.
Predator, man, come on now. And then it just got soft. And if a RoboCop is to hold up to the old one, it's gotta go gritty, like what it was. Not one shot.
The way that like watching RoboCop again, it is pretty much like when you watch the news clips from it.
Yeah,
it's pretty much the same type of news we have now. It's the same kind of BS you see on TV, man.
Yeah.
And Paul Verhoeven, he did it right. And like I said, it still holds up right now. You can still watch it, and you're like, it still looks like today, in a sense. You know what I mean?
See. But just it needs to be done right. It needs to be done. Whoever the director is, not even necessarily the writer, whoever the director is, needs to go back and watch just the first RoboCop, not the rest of them, but the first one. And
he's a good director, man. He's our age as well. So
that's the other thing, like
District 9. He's done Elysium.
I watched District 9 I watched District 9 last week or the week before? Yo, that movie, I watched that on a completely different level to the level I watched it on before. That movie is sick. It's so sick.
So it's the same director. He's done a few other films as well. But yeah, he's
like an indie director, is he? Is he?
He does quite a few indie films. Yeah.
Yeah, because District 9 was quite indie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't like Hollywood.
He feels the recent films are definitely gritty, but not dark enough due to sensitivity. Yeah, right. It is, like you said.
And the thing is, a thing that bothers me about that, there's an audience for everything. So the people that don't want to see that don't have to go and see it. Go and watch the RoboCop that had Samuel Jackson in it. That's for you.
Like, yeah, but then these people don't want to think about that. They want to think about how much profit this film's going to make.
The other annoying thing is that
they want that MCU money. You know,
the other annoying thing is that they could easily just release 2 versions. Easily. I don't think it will cost much for them to do that. Here's the one with the blood, gore, and guts, and there's the one that's got like CGI paint or whatever. I don't know. You can easily do it.
I guess.
I swear they used to do that. That's something they used to do back in the day as well.
The film has to be really good.
It can be.
I think they got to do. I don't know if that could work. Has anyone ever done that? Like we was talking about earlier, doing Endgame, having the film and then re-releasing it. Do you think that would work if they said, okay, we're releasing this one's going to be a 15, but then we've got the director's cut coming out in the cinemas?
No. I feel like they need to release them together. Do you get what I mean? So there's your 18. There's your 18 for the people that want it. Do you know how they got how to do trailers? There's the trailer and then there's the red band trailer.
Yeah.
There's the red band version, and then there's you get what I'm trying to say? There's the red band version, and then there's the version for you softies. Softies go see that. Do you know what I mean? I swear there was a movie. I swear they used to do that back in the 90s. Like this is not a new idea that I've come up with. I'm sure that used to be done. I can't remember where it was.
Yeah, I think it can't be hard. You can just get it on DVD, on VHS or something. You can get a director's cut or special.
Yeah, maybe.
Like
but
that's all it was.
I think RoboCop to be done, it needs to be done right. If you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all, man. You don't need to watch all 2, 3, and 4. Just watch the first RoboCop and see how. Do you know what? When I saw,
you know what? You do need to watch 2, man. 2 was sick.
No, I'm just saying you can get 2 was sick. Right, Kane, come on now, Kane, I'm not saying not to watch 2, but I'm saying you can get enough from just the first one to get inspiration. I remember when I saw Expendables for the first time, and I remember Sylvester Stallone was like, this is going to bring back action movies to the way it was back in the 80s and 90s. And then there was this one scene in the beginning of the first one where they shot a dude and he exploded. I remember being like, shit, out loud. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like,
as well, man. So brother Monk on the chat say Kane freaked me out as well.
Yeah, Kane Kane was something else, man. But he was the best character.
He's got that canister with the dope in it. What's that dope called again? And they're doing in that conference room, and he brings out a canister, and Kane's just looking at it, and then his TV thing comes out with his face, his computerized face, and you just see his eyes just go, just look at it like it was mad. RoboCop 2, man. RoboCop
2 was the one where they was like introducing Robot, and they had all the other RoboCops that failed. And I always remember me and my brothers would always laugh at the one who went. That was. I remember we would always rewind that bit, and then they tried to shut off. They tried to shut off Kane, and it's like, you got 12 seconds to comply. And it's like, oh, quick, shut it off. It's like, I'm trying. It's not. And he murks everyone in the room.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen RoboCop 2.
That was in no, that was what's his name? Ed 209. That was in number
Ed
209.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
First one.
I'm getting my RoboCops mixed up. But still, if you've not seen RoboCop 1 or 2, do yourself. Yeah. I'm gonna buy 2 right now because I haven't got 2 on DVD.
Yeah,
I got 1. Hey, going back to what I was saying about Expendables. That guy exploded. And I thought, okay, this is in the beginning of the movie. It feels like you're already taking me back to the way it was in the 80s and 90s. Then nothing like that happened in the rest of the movie. I enjoyed the Expendables, but I was disappointed that it didn't do it.
Yeah,
just people exploding. That's some limbs falling off.
I think what it is as well, though. I think because we're grown and we're a little bit wiser and a bit more experienced, and we've seen it all before. You do still have those kind of action films. I don't know if you just saw the Hobbs and Shaw trailer.
I didn't watch the new one because I watched. Have you seen the latest trailer?
Yeah.
The final trailer, if they called it. I started watching it. And then I thought it looks sick.
You can't not watch it because it's got spoilers in it.
No, it wasn't because of spoilers. What it was is that I watched the first minute of it, and there was this bit where they were going under a truck. Yeah. And then you got Idris Elba on the motorbike who followed afterwards. And I was like, this is sick. I'm not watching the rest of this because I want to see it in the cinema. Like, it just looks so sick. So,
the film does look sick, though, man.
Like, Hobbs and Shaw, that was better than all the Fast and the Furious movies. Like, I'm not even going to lie.
I was like, do you know what? This actually does look... I might actually go watch this.
I'm blatantly going to see that movie, man. That movie looks sick. I'm not even going to lie.
It looks stupidly sick, though.
Yeah, but... You can't even be mad at it though. It's like this is what boys want. Do you know what I mean?
Did you watch a little bit of a plug here? But Double Toasted. I don't know if you guys listen to Double Toasted. If you don't, you should definitely. But they did a review of the trailer, and like he said, the first second of that trailer, you see when he jumps from the building and he crashes into him. He's like, he's dead. His feet should be shattered already. He's dead. No way anyone can survive that. But yeah, it is definitely a film you don't have to take too serious, and I think that's the good thing about the Fast and Furious. But then, like I said, we didn't have that type of film when we were.
No, we didn't.
No, it was more. It was a bit more serious. Like you said, like Predator, Total Recall, for instance.
Oh my days, Total Recall.
Yeah, all the Schwarzenegger films, but yeah, those were more action but more serious. Die Hard, kind of more serious films. It's very hard, I think, to do serious films like that now, action films like that, unless it's John Wick or Taken.
John Wick. I used to love Taken until John Wick came out. Like, Liam Neeson was my guy. I got like a bunch of Liam Neeson movies. So he was like just this Donnie of a cowboy, like a modern day cowboy. Yeah. And
first time I saw Liam Neeson was in I had it in my head just now. Darkman. You seen that?
I don't think I have.
Darkman. He was with his wife or girlfriend. He was going to get married. But he had the new technology it was like a plastic thing that can make a new face. And basically someone blew up his warehouse and he was in it and his face was messed up. And then what he could do is he can make a face, and a bit like the chameleon kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the face would melt after a few hours. So, but his face would mash up, like a proper mash up. So he couldn't see his girlfriend anymore, and he was by himself and heartbroken and all that. Yeah, and he went out for revenge to get the guy who killed him, basically, who put out the hit. It was kind of like a dark superhero kind of film because he had he's not a cape, but he was like pretty much a superhero.
He was hooded up because he had But no, I was gonna say like I've seen a few Liam Neeson movies, and he was just like you said, it's just this kind of hero cowboy guy, and he would fight in his movies. And I'm a martial artist, so I love fighting, any good choreography. But then I learned when they do this, and then it cuts, and then it looks crap. So then when John Wick came out, and he's fighting, and it's just like constant. Do you know what I mean? And it looks so real and organic and authentic. And then I went back and watched them. I remember it was like an honest trailers. If you not watch honest trailers, check them out as well. I think it was like a scene where Liam Neeson was trying to hop a fence, and it was like yeah. Whereas John Wick would have been like, woof, and he's over the fence, and Liam Neeson's like, oh. But they used the cut.
They did sound effects as well.
Yeah. I was like, nah, I can't deal with this anymore. John Wick all the way.
That was funny. Yeah, I still need to watch John Wick 3 actually.
Have you not seen it yet? Oh,
I've still not seen it. But I will watch it soon. I will. One thing I won't be doing is reading any more. I don't think anyone else will be reading any more of The Walking Dead because, surprise, surprise, it ends today, basically.
The comic book.
93. Yeah.
The comic book. Whoa. Really?
Oh, yeah. I've been so busy at work today. I wanted to go out and get it, but I couldn't even go out or send them an email to hold me a copy. But
I should buy that comic. It might be worth something one day.
Well, exactly. So Bleeding Cool reported that the 71-page issue of The Walking Dead, number 193, will be the final issue. Despite not having been solicited as such, and subsequent issues solicited for the release in August and September. So this is a statement from Robert Kirkman, the co-creator. I'm upset too. I'm going to miss it as much as you will, if not more so. It breaks my heart that I had to end it and we have to move on, but I just love this world too much to stretch things out until it doesn't live up to what I want it to be. I hope you understand. I hope you, dear reader, know how much I appreciate the gift you have given me. I got to tell my story exactly how I wanted to for 198 issues and end it on my terms with no interference at all along the way at any point. That's such a rare thing, and it doesn't exist without the unyielding support this series got from readers like you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, yeah, well done to him, man.
Like yeah, that's brilliant. It's a big deal when you get to, whether it's a TV show or long running that comic book, to end it on your terms.
Yeah,
you decided to end it. You got to tell your whole story. So congratulations to him.
It makes me want to go back and read them. I never was a reader of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, me neither. I've got volume 1. I don't know if you guys can see that shelf back there next to the hat. That's a stack of graphic novels. I don't think I've read any of those graphic novels. And Walking Dead is amongst one of them. Volume 1. It was given to me for my birthday by some friends. I actually might just read it and just
carry on.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not?
Yeah, so it's been well over 15 years, man.
That's crazy.
And well done to him, man.
Yeah.
We'll see what else he's cooking up.
That's insane. I wonder what he's gonna do next. I mean, he's done a few other things as well, but
yeah, he's done quite a few other things.
Like a sequel series or something.
A what?
A sequel series?
What, to Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead, yeah, but you should leave it alone. The only reason I thought that, that's what manga people do. They like you got Dragon Ball, then you got Dragon Ball Z, and then you got Naruto, and then you got Boruto. Like he shouldn't do that. Just leave it alone.
I mean, he's done Outcast. I think your brother was saying that's a really good comic as well. Oblivion Song is supposed to be really good. I actually have got a couple of issues of that, but I've not read it yet. But it's supposed to be really good. It's done Tech Jacket, Invincible.
I have read something of his. Invincible.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so he's been around for a long time, man.
Doing his thing.
Someone else who's doing their thing is this was quite new to me. It's a comic spot in Brooklyn, New York, called Loot, and basically it offers members access to a reading library of over 3,000 comics from various publishers for $30 a month. Members will be able to borrow an unlimited number of comics, one at a time, from Loot, which is located above Frank's restaurant in Carroll Gardens. Comics are also available for purchase, with each one costing $5. In addition to a library of comics, Loot will let kids create and sell their own comics, keeping 90% of the profits, and the remaining 10% covering credit card processing and other expenses. By buying, borrowing, and creating comics, kids will learn Loot. will earn loot. So that's basically what caught my eye about this article. This was from CBR. I just saw loot lets kids create and sell their own comics, and I think that's a great idea.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, we get into issues about kids buying or selling stuff, and I don't know how they are in the States about that, but I just think that's a great idea.
Yeah, gets them, gets kids being creative, gets them reading, teaching them business, obviously, because they're going to be buying and selling. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Why not? Why not, man? That's pretty sick idea.
The founder, Joseph Einhorn, the name reminds me of
Pinkle and Einhorn.
Yeah.
Pinkle.
Wait, Pinkle is Einhorn.
Einhorn is a man. Oh my god.
If you don't know about that reference, go back and watch Ace Ventura.
Yeah, before they take it away from you, because they're planning to.
Basically, what he said was not only do we want to teach technical skills and build confidence in young people, we also want to help them make friends and learn to team build. We can have 3 different kids work on a comic together. One has the writer, one is the artist, and one to ink in the color. We will have more information in the coming weeks, and we'll begin offering related classes in August. So Loot is open every day from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Adults without children who want to visit must make an appointment through Instagram. And you can check out their Instagram. His Instagram actually is pretty good, pretty nice store. Looks pretty good. I might have to arrange my comics in that fashion as well, to be fair.
What's the Instagram? Do you know it?
The Instagram is and let me just get it up for you. 1 second. I'm gonna try and keep talking so there's no dead space here. It's just Loot, L-O-O-T. The icon is 2 eyes, 2 blue eyes.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
No post yet. I'm gonna give them a follow anyway.
They've got a link to an article on Hypebeast. That's a good actual website to go on as well if you're into your sneakers and and clothing and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, check that out, or go on to CBR. Check out the article on there. You got loads of pictures on there as well. So yeah, I wish we had something like that over here in London on this side of the water.
Yeah, it would be nice, but you know,
yeah,
whatever. Can't be bothered going to that.
Wow.
All right, what's next? What's next? I like the idea, guys. Go Loot. Go Loot.
Yeah. So, did you have any reviews before we get into the pull list? Anything you wanted to talk about? Any comics you read?
No.
You haven't read anything.
I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the time. I got I've been reading Batman Who Laughs. I think I've mentioned before, which I still need to read issue 6, and I'm waiting for issue 7 to come out. I don't know if 7's out already, but what's going on with this comic is just it's crazy. He's really struggling. Our main Bruce Wayne is really struggling to keep
Bruce Wayne. That's one thing I didn't really.
Yeah, it's our Bruce Wayne.
I haven't read it myself, but I wasn't sure if it was our Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it's our Bruce Wayne. So I'm pretty sure it's set in the main universe. So assuming it's set in the main,
I'm sure it is.
Really? Well, let's call it the protagonist Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
The protagonist Bruce Wayne is really struggling to keep it together because he's like, I think someone mentioned it. I think it was James Gordon's son, James Gordon Jr. was talking to him, and he's like, "I see it. I can hear it in your voice. I used to do it to my dad when I was younger. That you're crazy. You're not like everyone, but you try to talk like you are like everyone. But there's this slight twinge in your voice, and you can see it in the text the way Batman's talking. Like he would say something normal, then it would go up. The what's the word? The font kind of goes all like that, and it's red.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I love it. He's like really struggling to hold it together, and he feels like he has to do it this kind of crazy way because it's the only way to stop the Batman Who Laughs. And I'm reading this comic, and I'm like, this is called the Batman Who Laughs because of we think it's the Batman Who Laughs from like Dark Knight's Metal, but I'm like, wait, is protagonist Bruce Wayne the Batman Who Laughs? Like, is he turning into the? And it's so sick the way it's written. It's like, if you're not reading that, go out and get you Batman, the Batman Who Laughs, because it's such a good storyline. That's what I've been reading at the moment. To be honest, I've got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, you did mention War of Realms as well that you looked for last week. I did read it last week, and it was the end. The last book, basically. It was really good. I'll definitely recommend you to read it. But I think you should read Thor it as well. Thor it. Get it?
For the latest issue of Thor before reading the last issue of. I was going to do that anyway because I've got Fantastic Four, and a few. The
reason why I say because I was a couple of issues behind.
Yeah.
And I got mixed up, so I read issue 5 and 6 of War of Realms, and then I read Thor issue 14.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was supposed to actually read it before the last issue.
Should I read 4? Can I read issue 5 of War of Realms before 4?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna binge read that soon as well. I honestly will. I just need to get through Batman Who Laughs. I actually might read that after I come off the phone, come off of this talking to you. But that's all I've read at the moment. I've bought some comics. I got this in the post, which if you guys didn't see in my Instagram at the Outlaw Red Hood, issue 3 of book 3 of Batman Damned. And I can't remember what this book is about at all. But I will tell you one thing, I flicked through it and the artwork is amazing. It's just one of my favorite things about this book is the artwork. The story is great anyway from what I remember.
It was a good it's a bit crazy because I think it's one you definitely have to read again. Because the way the ending is just like I don't know if there's gonna be like a second part.
Yeah. But that's not the last one. There's another one afterwards, isn't there?
I think this was the last issue.
Book 3. I thought it was going up to 4. Oh, my bad. Well, either way.
I think it's 3. It was 3 of them.
And what I'll do for you guys, as I haven't read any comics, I'll do a reveal for you. I got this a few days ago, some comic books that I have no idea what's in them. So I'll open it and I'll tell you what it is. Just bear with me. I'm currently opening up the package that has my name, the Outlaw Red Hood. He tears the box. Commence tearing. Still tearing the box. We're not about that dead errand.
No, I was gonna say I could probably talk about the comic I've been reading, but let's
I'm here. Look, I got it. So I have. Oh, sweet. So, yes, happy about this. Another one from DC's Black Label, from Snyder and Capullo, Batman, Last Night on Earth, issue 1.
Nice.
So I can't wait to get into. I'm gonna sink my teeth into that. And also, this one's coming in another special wrapping. I hope I didn't get Batman Damned twice.
You probably did.
Hey, they're expensive, yo. So
yeah, I know.
Oh, it's
really nice though.
They are really, really nice. It's actually, I am loving the covers of DC Black Label. Aren't you?
They're pretty good. Yeah, they are good.
Is actually
it's Superman.
It's Superman.
Yeah.
Year 1. Nice. So, these books are. I got too much to go for. I need some time off work just binge read some comic books, man. I can't do it all. But that's me. I haven't read any comics. I'm sorry. I'll make sure I've read something for a review this week. It might be one of these. I still got Doomsday Clock to read.
God damn, you still haven't read that yet?
Do you know what? I started reading. Do you know what it was? I started reading issue 5. I brought issue 5 or issue 6 of Doomsday Clock. No, sorry, of Batman Damned, and I brought Doomsday Clock downstairs to read. I'm reading it, and I was on the last few pages of Batman Damned, whichever one I was reading, I was falling
Yeah.
asleep, straight falling asleep. So I had to. Then I was called for dinner. So then I put the book down and it's just been sat there. And I was like, I ain't getting to this. Then I just left it. I'm not going back to it. So tired, man. It's hard, man. It's hard. You guys don't know.
It's hard.
Especially when you're tired.
Yeah. Well, I've been reading. Like I said, I read Thor, War of Realms, read Doctor Strange and Black Panther. Batman Damned as well, but the book that I enjoyed, my pick of the week, is Conan the Barbarian.
You in that
7.
book,
mate? This book is sick, man. This book is
sick.
This is.
I'm not hating. It's just that I feel left out, but I can't buy that book. I need to get the graphic novel. I can't buy that book now, man.
Do you remember? Alright, it shouldn't be this. It shouldn't be this. But actually, I shouldn't even say that. I was going to say Hercules, right?
Yeah.
You remember the old school Hercules TV series?
I used to love that on Sundays on Channel 5 back in the Disney.
Yeah,
I love
that.
So
what I was going to say, actually, they shouldn't do that. They should do it more of a Spartacus kind of TV series
as well.
Yeah, but the way that they're doing this is basically there's one main story that's going throughout the comic, and the thing is, it's literally like 1 or 2 pages of this one story throughout the comic that's consecutive through the comics. But then you got the main or the story of Conan. Like the majority of the book is the story of Conan. So it could be like a young Conan, could be an older Conan. It's just Conan doing his mad things throughout his life. And this particular one is called Barbarian Love. I'm going to spoil it a little bit, but it's one you need to read, and the dialogue.
I'll forget anyway.
Good. So basically, Conan turns up at this brothel, and the mistress is talking to him and saying, "Oh, welcome. This is the finest women here. You've got different types. You've got like a black lady, Asian lady." You got a gingerhead lady, a blonde lady. There's 5 of them all together, and he just looks at them and says they'll do, and he'll take all of them, and he's paid a lot of money for them, and basically he's traveling with them, and the women are like, oh, they're in the carriage on their own horse, in the back of a carriage, and Conan's on his one horse, and he's in front of them, and they're just riding, and they're doing their whole, what do you think? What do you think he wants from us, or where do you think he's taking us? Is he gonna like rape us or kill us and things like that? And Conan's just Conan, man.
He's quiet about it, isn't he?
He's quiet about it, and when he's on a mission, he's on a mission. And then later on that night, you see the 2 of them huddling up together, and they're trying to seduce him to come in. And he's like, "You're being well paid. You know when it's time to earn it and get some sleep, basically." And they're traveling for a good like week or so. And the Asian lady, she's pretty good at martial arts, and she holds a knife to him, and she's like, tell me what's going on. This is weird. Like, where are you taking us? And he's like, you look like you can hold that knife really well. I'm going to need you later. And then basically he fights. They're still traveling, and there's a pack of wolves, and he fights the wolves. And then later on that night, the women see him fight, and they're like, oh damn. So they're feeling all good about him now. They've all settled down. He goes off and he catches like a little, I think it was like a rabbit or something, and then he comes back, and basically they've caught something bigger, a bigger prey, and they're cooking it. And one of the ladies, she's like a really good cook, so they have a nice meal. And then they talk, and then he doesn't really talk that much. But then he tells them what his mission is. And basically he's saying once a year, there's a guy that comes to this town, and the only time that you can get close to him is if you're with beautiful women, because that's what he's come for. Yeah. So then he's saying he needs their help to get onto his ship. And they're like, well, you're not going anywhere just like that. So they rip off his clothes and make him look like that. He looks dapper now.
Yeah.
And then certain things happen, certain things go wrong, and it's, I won't say any more about what particularly happens, but Conan does his thing, and basically you find out that, you know, the women find out that he's a nice guy. He's a really, really good guy, with a lot of respect, and it's only like he's still in love with someone, which is the reason why he's kind of, not the reason why, but they can sense that he's a big-hearted guy, and he's lost someone that he's loved, and he's basically saying, you know, he probably would never love again, but obviously we know that later on in his life he becomes King Conan. He's had a son, and he had another woman. So we do, like I said, it's like an anthology thing when it jumps back and forth through his life. So we know that he's gonna love again, but you know, it was just like a nice story about Conan doing stuff, man, and it's always been good. It's, you know, it's like I said, right at the end, it's just one page of what's happening in the main story, in the main arc, but it's just one page and one thing you see, and you're like, damn, this is quite nuts. Okay. So, but yeah, Conan, man, grab it. I just wish they did a series, man, an anthology.
Yeah, it'd be pretty dope. You know, it's funny. I've been dying to read Conan, Jason Aaron's run. And I've just gone on Amazon, and sorry, no, I got on Amazon. It'd be easier for me if I just buy it as a graphic novel. But anyway, I was going to say, this title, so it's available to pre-order, but it will be out on the 16th of July. So I'm like, so I'm like, I think I'll just pre-order that now.
Yeah. Oh, damn, you pre-ordered it now then?
I'm doing it now, like.
Oh, damn, okay.
Look, by now, done. Like, I'll be here in a few days, like. So.
Damn. All right. Well, Brother Monk, so far he's been reading Star Wars, Age of Rebellion, Boba Fett and War of Realms, Strike Force and the War Avengers. I was supposed to be reading, I'm not sure if Strike Force was the one with Spider-Man, Captain America, and I can't remember who else was in that team, but there was one that was really good. I heard that was a really good book, or a tie-in to War of Realms. I wanted to read it, but
it's hard.
Like we were talking about last week, with tie-ins, you get
long.
Yeah. 1 minute you've got so much to read anyway. You got one tie-in, and then you got 2, 3, 4 tie-ins, and then by the end of it, you got tie-ins and the main story, and you're like. But yeah, Strike Force was one that I wanted to read. Captain Marvel, Captain Britain, Hulk, Venom, and Winter Soldier. I'm not sure if that's what he's reading, because those books are out at the moment as well.
Yeah.
But I've been reading Winter Soldier. I think I'm 2 issues behind. There was a little kid who was hired to kill him. He's like a little Bucky as well. Venom's been really good. He's no longer with the symbiote anymore.
Of course. That keeps
happening. Hulk is sick. You gotta get Hulk, man.
Yeah, I'll add that to the graphic novel collection as well.
Oh man.
What's it called again?
The Immortal Hulk.
Immortal Hulk, that's it.
It's actually on the pull list. Speaking of the pull list, we should probably go through that as well.
Yeah, we probably should.
So on the pull list, number 1 obviously is Walking Dead issue 193.
Volume 1 of Immortal Hulk is just out to buy now. Let's add that.
Is it? Yeah, definitely grab it if you can.
Basket. Yeah, sorry, you were saying pull list.
Pull list: Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman, Charlie Adlard, and Dave Stewart. The Farmhouse, out in the countryside, trouble is brewing for a certain someone. So yeah, like we said, this is the final issue. So if you haven't got it, try and pick that up if you can, if you still can. I'm sure it'll probably go on a second print at some time. Another one on the pull list. We've got quite a big pull list today because there was quite a few comics I just wanted to tag on to the end of this because they've been so good. And spoiler alert, Immortal Hulk is one of them. The next one is Lois Lane, issue 1 of 12, by Greg Rucka and Mike Perkins from DC Comics. On the road and out of Metropolis and carrying a secret that could disrupt Superman's life, Lois Lane embarks on a harrowing journey to uncover a threat to her husband and a plot that reaches the highest levels of international power brokers and world leaders. Critically acclaimed and best-selling author Greg Rucka and master storyteller Mike Perkins team up for a tale of conspiracy, intrigue, and murder that pushes even Lois to her limits. Yeah, I think this may have something to do with Leviathan as well. It seems
really?
like. Yeah, I think it's coming off the back of that storyline.
Bought issue 1 of that the other day as well, by the way.
Yeah, we spoke about it last week, didn't we?
No, I bought it on Saturday. No, yesterday. We spoke about me going to buy it.
Oh,
I
okay.
bought it yesterday. It's the only chance I had. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
The
next one is Postal Deliverance by Brian Hill, Raffaele Lenko, Linda Sejic, and Matt Hawkins by Image Comic. This is a new story arc. Postal returns to find Mark struggling with the responsibilities and horrors of being the new mayor of Eden. As the newest member of their community has brought his own personal war with him, Mark's mother, Laura Scheffron, tries to enjoy her retirement in Florida, but violence finds her, and violence might be the only way Laura Scheffron can find peace. That one sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
It's by Brian Hill as well, so we'll see how that one turns out, and then try and get that. Next one is Space Bandit. This one's by Mark Miller.
Oh, sweet.
This one's, issue 105. So this is going to be a short one, a little mini series. Mark Miller and Matteo Scalera. Thena, Chloe, and Cody Blue are among the universe's most wanted felons. Each the leader of their own criminal ops. They run heists across the galaxies, hopping from ship to ship to fleeing everyone inside. To fleece everyone inside. Sorry, but when both women are betrayed by their crews, the bandits only have one thing on their minds: revenge.
That sounds pretty good. I like that. That's what makes it like a really good premise, like a really good show. Like you'd get into that.
I know, right?
Proper watch that. I like that. That sounds sick.
The thing I'm liking about Mark Miller at the moment, he's doing these short books at the moment that you can see being like either a little movie or an anthology TV series.
Like if he was to do that and a few others as what was that show that was on recently on Netflix? Space Robot Monkeys or whatever.
Oh, I didn't watch that actually.
Did you not? This guy, man.
No.
Sorry, well. But you know what I'm talking about anyway.
Yeah, I know what
it's called.
Yeah.
But anyway, he would fit in with that if he did this and a few of his other stories.
Yeah, he's been doing quite a few lately as well. To be fair, he's been he did Prodigy, which was a good one. I've still got 2 issues to finish off.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah. He had another one called what's the name of it? Madge. I can't remember the name. It was good as well. I need to try and find it. The Magic Order. That's it.
I remember you mentioning that one as well. Or one of you two.
Huck was a good one as well, and that was only 6 issues. Jupiter's Circle. That's the one you're reading, right? And Jupiter's
I read Jupiter's Circle, I think. I need to read Jupiter's Legs. Oh, whichever one isn't the prequel is the one that I read. I forgot now. But that was a really good storyline. It was so good. It was clear and concise. I totally recommend that as a read, especially as a different take on the whole superhero thing.
Yeah.
So good. I need to read the prequel. I really do. It's so good.
So his last few, which so they are. So here's a list of what's actually coming. Apparently, Jupiter's Legacy is an upcoming Netflix series.
Netflix show. I can't wait for that. I remember we spoke about it issues ago on this show. We've spoken about it before.
Oh, okay.
I freaked out. Yeah, I freaked out because I was like, look, again, I said at the time, read the book. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. The main character's son is a little dotty. Read it. Like, seriously, read that before the show comes out. Like, that show, I feel like that show is going to be on the level of, what was that fake X-Men show that was on Netflix recently?
The Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy. I feel like that Jupiter's Circle is going to be on that level of good.
You reckon?
It's going to be good, man. I'm telling you. I got high hopes for that show.
Okay, so we got that coming out on Netflix. We've also got the Hulk coming out as well.
We spoke about all this. Yeah, when you said Hulk
was sick, man. Hulk was good. It was pretty much like a Superman kind of adaptation, but he wasn't that smart, and I think he had a twin or something. I can't remember.
Okay.
I might have just spoiled it there. Express, I've not read that. And Reborn, that's another one. With him and Greg Capullo. Those two are upcoming films. We've got The Magic Order, which is going to be a series. Can't wait for that.
We spoke about this. There you go.
Prodigy is another one that he just recently finished, which will be a Netflix film. And Sharky the Bounty Hunter as well. That should be a film coming up. So, I can't wait for these.
All those Marvel and DC movies are coming off Netflix. I'm telling you, they're coming right off. I don't think I saw Spider-Man Far From Home on there, and I was like, "Yeah, you people enjoy that while it's there."
While it lasts,
because that's gone, man. That is already gone. It's happened. Time is linear, everybody. It's already happened. All right.
Okay, so the next one on the pull list is Fantastic Four: Prodigal Son.
Right. Now, I was going to ask about this. Is this a separate Fantastic Four series? Do I have to buy this separately into Fantastic Four that I'm already collecting?
I think it's a separate one. It is a separate one. This one's by Peter David, Francesca Manon, and Miko Suyen. Chapter 1 of 3. The first of 3 interconnected special issues featuring the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Introducing Prodigal, a strange alien being who has crash landed in the Savage Land. When he becomes worshipped by a race of swamp-dwelling barbarians, Kazar and Shannon call upon the Fantastic Four to aid them in stopping the barbarians. Plans to conquer the entirety of their world. Join Prodigal on his lengthy journey to try to return home to settle old scores. Peter David returns with on Fantastic Four. Next, we got Immortal Hulk issue 20. Bruce Banner,
I just have to say, like, you couldn't wait to talk about Immortal Hulk. You was like, yeah, this is Fantastic Four. This is what it's about. Boom, Immortal Hulk. That's how that went.
Sorry, man. Yeah. I mean, Hulk's been so good lately, man. Hulk has been so good. Immortal Hulk by Al Ewing, Joe Burnett, and Alex Ross. Yeah.
Alex Ross
Bruce Banner. Yeah, he's doing the covers. He's doing quite a few of the covers, actually.
Legend in the game, people. Legend in the game.
Bruce Banner is being hunted on 2 fronts by 2 dead loved ones turned nightmarish. Implacable foes. The stage is set for a brutal 3-way confrontation between the Abomination, the Happy, and the Immortal Hulk. It's been dope. It's been dope. What else has been dope is Savage Avengers by Greg Duggan, Mike Deodato, and David Finch.
With What team is that again? That's not.
That's with Conan, Brother Voodoo, and Wolverine, Logan.
Yeah, that's it.
Elektra's in it, and we've seen Venom in there somewhere as well. So it's a pretty badass team there.
Conan just been taken out of his time and put into this team? Like, how's that working?
Yeah, so I think it was an Avengers book. He got taken out of his time. I didn't read it, so I'm not 100% sure how he got there. But I think he was supposed to get back somehow, but he ended up in the Savage Land. Hence this story now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Kulangath's return is no good for anyone who digs being alive. His trap for the deadliest warriors in the Marvel universe is sprung, and if humanity is to survive, the Savage Avengers must slay a god. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Punishers in this as well. Damn. Elektra tries to corral Conan, Voodoo, and Logan into an effective fighting force, and the Punisher desperately searches for his disinterred family. Plus, Conan hiffs a deadly new savage sword. Interesting.
Okay, cool.
And the final one is Uncanny X-Men issue 21. Matt Rosenberg, Salvador LaRocca, and Willis Potichau. Butchered that as well. It all ends here. This is forever. Cyclops cleanup mission nears its close. All the problems the X-Men face come together. The truth behind the Hellfire Club's intentions, the culmination of the One's assault on mutant kind, and even the inner struggles within the team. It all ends here. This is forever. So this is the final. This is the final book before Jonathan Hickman picks up the X-Men.
Yeah,
and it has been really
in a post for me as well. This one just came in one of my pools the other day. I was like, should I read this now? But I'm like, focus on Batman, get that out of the way, and then move on to like other stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. And just, it's been a crazy ride, because if you notice where we started in Uncanny X-Men, we're not even reading the people that we started with. You know
I know, right?
It just kind of turned into Cyclops and Wolverine. It was slick the way they did it. Like, I'm not even hating.
Yeah.
It's been such a good run. Such a good run.
Yeah, man. Speaking of good runs, this is it for today's issue of the Source Wall. Spent
some time, had some laughs. That's another Simpsons joke.
Thanks for listening in, watching us if you have been watching, and joining the chat as well. Brother Monk, thank you very much for coming on again. We need to possibly do a special RoboCop something, because I think we're all feeling nostalgic for
it's happening. RoboCop. It's happening. I'm going to dig out my Blu-ray, actually. I'm going to dig out the Blu-ray. I'm going to put it on at some point.
Make sure it's that director's cut one with the extended scene there, yeah?
Boy, you don't even know. I actually might watch that tonight if I can find it. How long is that movie?
It's about an hour and a half, man.
I can do an hour and a half tonight. Yeah, I'll watch that, man. I'll do it.
They don't go near 2 hours.
Yeah, they weren't 2 hours back in them days, were they? An hour and a half was long back in the day.
Yeah, for real. It'll fill up your tape on...
I think Titanic was one of the first, in my lifetime, and it was like one of the first long-ass movies. I remember people saying it was 3 hours. I'm like, what? But no, that's normal these days. So
unless you're watching one of those documentary films from school.
Yeah. Oh god, I remember those. The ones that like took a month of like every history lesson or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember them days. All right, cool.
Thanks for joining us. We are the Source Wall. We talk geek, pop culture, and comics. And yeah, you can catch us on Wednesdays about 7:30ish on YouTube Live. We're on SoundCloud after, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and any other place you find your podcast sounds. We're very independent as well. It's just the three of us, really. So we're not sponsored by anyone. So everything you get is 100% us.
Our pockets are empty, cuz.
Yes, sir. So yeah, if you want to support us, we do have a online shop, which is sorry, I'm just trying to find it now. Teespring slash dasourcewall. We've got a few shirts and hoodies on there. If you type in the source 20, you can get 20% off.
20% off. That's a bargain.
It's a bargain. You can find all the links in the description below, and like, share, follow us, and yeah, share. Make sure you share us with other geeks as well, man.
Geeks, and just be like, hey, you're a geek, I'm a geek. Podcast, yeah, I like a podcast. Hey, well, get your friends around and just we'll listen. Have a podcast party. Just have that's not even been done before. Have some folk over, listen to us, drink, smoke if you got it. Have fun, yeah, and don't forget to bring a sandwich.
Exactly. And on that note, love and peace. I don't know what gang sign I'm doing this time. Yeah,
we're doing live long and prosper today. That's everyone can get on board with that. Peace out, everybody.
Love and peace, and travel safely, guys.
We are out. Peace.